Hello, I'm Dieter Loosemore and welcome to Win Some Lose More. You join me for a mechanisms video where I take one of the terms that we use for how a game works, try and explain it a little bit and maybe suggest a couple of games that you might want to look into. Now, I had a thought the other day that dawned on me that roll and write games that we've spoken about before are essentially bingo. Now, bingo, if you don't know, I imagine many of you will, is a random number is pulled. You have a sheet of numbers randomized, I believe. It's been a very long time. It was always a revision technique at school. Whatever the answer was would be on your board, and you're trying to either, I think, fill out a line or a column or something, maybe the whole board, I'm not sure. Do correct me in the comments that I'm choosing to do a video on bingo and I don't know how to play bingo. That's a silly thing to do. But it occurred to me that something random is pulled and you use that information, and if you get all of the bits that you need, you win, kind of thing, is what a roll and write is. We spoke about it before. Dice or cards or something random comes up and you've got to use that information to fill out your board. It's a very similar thing, but bingo as a mechanism is a little bit broader than that. So yes, do check out the roll and write video. I'm going to add an extra one today that I think falls into that same category, although it's not the same, because the randomized element is not completely random, it's player controlled. This is a game called Tiny Towns that you may have heard me speak about before, and instead of a random die or a flip of a card, although it's a flip of a card in the solo game, that's another matter, you go around turn by turn, whoever's in charge, which just goes clockwise, chooses one color of the resources, and whatever they take, everybody must take. And you're physically, this time it's not a writing in thing, which is why I didn't think of it before. It's you physically place a cube of that color on your little board, and when you make particular shapes or combinations out of these different colored cubes, these resources, wood, metal, glass, all this kind of stuff, you take them off and gain one of the buildings that shape creates, and then those score in different ways. And so there's some extra steps to it, to some of the roll and writes that we spoke about before, but it's still that core idea of bingo. Something is called, and everybody must use that thing. Now, with Tiny Towns, where you place it is entirely up to you. You don't have to put things next to each other. You don't have to do anything other than you have to take that color. You have to place it somewhere on your board. And the aim is to create these buildings to score in an optimal way. And it just works really well, and it's just taken this very simple mechanism. I know other games exist with it. I just haven't played them, so I'd love to hear your suggestions on this one. What bingo games do you know? Even bingo, explain that one to me. Still a very popular game. There seem to be bingo halls all over the place, but Tiny Towns for me, and then a couple of the roll and writes that we've spoken about before, just really exemplify this idea of something is called, a number, a colour, a shape, whatever it might be, and then you must use that. That just creates a really nice tension of, yes, I can be strategic about how I build things, particularly with Tiny Towns, but it's not all up to me. It's randomized to some degree, either through other player choice or through the flip of a card or roll of a dice or a ball coming out of a cage, which I believe is how bingo works. What do you think? Stick it down in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Do consider subscribing to this channel if you don't already, and hit the bell icon so you stay updated when I put out new things. In the meantime, do find me on social media. Just search Win Some Lose More in all the usual places. You'll be bound to find me. Thank you very much. I'll be back again soon. I've been Dieter for Win Some Lose More. Bye.